let's say for this effect, I explain to the spectator that we are going to leave this card over to the side for a little later. So now I would ask for the spectator to either think of a 3-digit number, or they can take the die and they can roll it, and they can keep rolling until they're happy with the 3 numbers on top. So let's say in this case, we get a 1, a 6, and a 4, meaning we're going to actually take the bigger number. So in this case, it's a 1, 6, and 2, not a 4. If we reverse it, we get a 2, 6, 1. So in the calculator, we're going to do 2, 6, 1 minus 1, 6, 2. And you can see that right there. And if we hit equals, we get 99, just like that. So we're going to take the 2 digits of 99 and we're going to add those up. So 9 plus 9, just like this, comes out to 18. 18. Right there, you can see 18. So the card I set down at the beginning, whatever value this card is, we're going to add it to the 18. So in this case, we have a 5. So we're going to do 18 plus 5, which is 23. So let's go ahead and now deal to the 23rd card. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The 7 of diamonds. Now I knew you were going to choose the 7 of diamonds because the 7 of diamonds is the only different colored card in the deck. And that is the effect for today. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. So really quick before I get into the tutorial, a few things I would like to go over. Number one, the main deck here. So this deck that I'm using are the Bicycle 1885s. I don't think I have a deck review on these, but if you would like a deck review on these, I can go ahead and do that for you. And these two cards are the Dead Hands by Xavier Spade, which I do have a deck review on, so I will link that in the description. So this is actually part 2 of a multiple part series called The Magic Message. Now this is an effect by Robert Ball Magician, and when watching the tutorial of Robert's video, I discovered there are many ways you can go about this effect. So I thought I would make a multiple part series going over each way you can do this instead of cramming everything into one video, which might be 4 hours long. So this is going to be part 2. If you didn't have a chance to check out Robert's video, his channel yet, or part 1, all of those will be linked in the description. So this is part 2, and this is how Robert actually does the effect. And I also finally figured out an upload schedule for the magic message. Because if you watch part 1, you'll remember how I said that I didn't have an upload schedule yet of how I was going to publish these. So I'm actually going to publish these every other Saturday and Sunday. So part 1 was on a Sunday. Part 2, this video is going to be on a Saturday. The next video will be on a Sunday, then a Saturday, so on and so forth until we get through every single way. So without further ado, let's get into this. So this does involve a setup. So in this case, I took out a card from a different deck I wanted to be the Force card. this case the 7 of diamonds, meaning I went into this deck and I also took out the 7 of diamonds as well, just because I don't want a 7 of diamonds to pop up during the 23 cards when you count them. And also, if the spectator wants to see the deck at the end, I just think it's better if you put this card aside. Now, for the 5, I don't think this really matters. It can be in the deck, or it can be a card with a different color. This is what Robert actually did, I believe. Okay, but I know for sure that this card was a different color. I think this one was too, now that I'm thinking back. Same deck, two completely different decks, it doesn't matter. So, for this one, you're going to want your force card 23rd from the bottom or the face of the deck. So before you go up to your spectator, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23. And notice how I put it face up like the rest of the cards. So if you were to spread these face down, they would actually see that different colored card. Obviously, don't put it face down like this. So when you get to 23, they immediately see the different back. When you get to 23, you just want them to see the 7. You put the rest of the cards on top, and you're all set. I just put this 5 on top, but it's not necessary. So once you have this, you're all set. You can go up to your spectator, and I like to say that this card we're going to use a little later at the end, and I just put it aside. I just say what we're going to do with it, then I put it to the side, just like that. And I don't actually call any attention to it. And I want them to kind of forget about this card until the end. So you can go ahead and you can show the deck face up like this, and they're not going to see anything. Obviously, if you have cards with special pips like this, and then you have a card with a different pip like this, they might actually see it. But if you have like two bicycle decks, they might not really notice anything. Let's make sure that's 23 still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So a good way to actually hide the different card is if you give it a little bit of a tight spread like this, you can kind of spread some of these apart and actually show them all the cards are different. But when you get near the 23rd position, just go ahead and avoid it completely. Maybe push a block aside. So now the 7 gets hidden under some other cards, and then continue spreading. That's one way you can hide the 7 if it's different from the rest of the deck without it jumping out at them. So, now you're going to ask the spectator for a 3-digit number. Now, in this case, Robert used die or dice. You can even have the spectator think of a number, but I think dice are better because if everything's visual, it's not as confusing. And something you don't want when rolling the dice, you don't want two numbers like this. So you don't want two sixes, because if you take the bigger number, 661, minus the smaller, 116, you're always going to get 0. So, at least when I calculated. So, in my experience, if you have two of the same number and you subtract them, you're going to get 0, and you don't want that. At the end, you're going to want one of two things. Either you're going to want 99, which is what we got, then we added the two nines to get 18, and then you add your 5 to get 23, or you want a 3-digit number. For example, I think 917 comes out to 18. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 9 plus 8 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then 1 is... Okay, so 9 plus 1 plus 6 would work. Anyway, you want three numbers that you can add up to 18. Or 23, because at the end you're going to add the 5 to 23. So let me show you here. So if we roll these again, we get a 6, a 5, and a 4 that actually works out. So if you subtract the number, you get 6 plus 5, no, actually 6, 5, 4 minus 4, 5, 6. You're going to get, so you can see that there, you're going to get 198, or you're going to get 99. You just add the 9 and the 9, and you get 18. So now we're going to do 1 plus 9 plus 8, like that. And you're going to see we get 18. So either way, you're going to get 18 at the end. So now you can say, okay, whatever this card is, we're going to add it to the 18. So in this case, we get a 5. So 18 plus 5 is 23. And that really is the effect. So now they can deal 23 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And finally, when you get to the 23rd card, you can put it to the side. You can talk about that you knew from the very beginning they were going to get the 7 of diamonds because you put one card in the deck at the beginning with a different colored back that just happened to be the 7 of diamonds. And then you can show them that the rest of the deck has different backs, just like that. So that is part 2 of the magic message. In part 3 will be another way you can do this. So I hope you really enjoyed this effect, and I hope you're enjoying the series. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.